You know what? It seems like so many of the people that I've known are interested in the SkillBridge program. And so I am going to talk a little bit more about it. So here is part one of a series called SkillBridge. What is it? Should I do it? Yes, you should. Okay, so SkillBridge. I learned about it in my transitions class. So that's about a week of a course that you have to take if you are going to separate or retire from the military. I recommend you take it at least twice. I would probably recommend you take it about a year and a half out, and then take it again somewhere around the 1 year mark, maybe a little bit less if you've, only got 10 months. But even if you're right about to get out, you've just found out that maybe you're being separated or med boarded or something like that, take it. It is something that's required, and pay attention to it. One of the things that they mentioned was SkillBridge, which is the opportunity for a 6-month internship with a company of some sort where you want to be. So for me, I wanted to be in Central Florida. I looked for a lot of different companies. There are a few things, a few different groups that will try to help you get an internship. One of them is called Hiring Our Heroes. But I wanted to work with a specific company. I wanted to work with Keller Williams. So I went out and I found a representative within the Keller Williams Market Center. It's like a unit. That I wanted to work with, and I was able to set up my internship on my own. So I went to the education center. I talked to them about what the requirements were. I had to have a training program set up. Luckily, I had chosen Keller Williams, and Keller Williams has some of the most phenomenal training set up. Right now, my partner is going through a course called Ignite, which is the full month of November. So she started yesterday at 9:30 in the morning, and it goes until about noon. At noon, she is released for the day, and she can go and start doing some real estate activities on her own, or she can go to more training, or she can go online. There are multiple courses that you can take online. A lot of them are on their own. Anyways, so I figured out what training Keller Williams offered. I figured out which training was within the 6 months that I wanted to do it, and I created a calendar. I put it into a training plan. In the military, you're taught to be a project manager, you're taught to be a personnel manager, you're taught to create programs, create timelines, create everything that you want. So you should be all set to do it. With a company similar to Keller Williams, where they've got the training already set up, all you have to do is plug and play and submit it. I do believe I chose Keller Williams in about February. I had been researching it since before then, I think in November, and trying to figure it out. I chose Keller Williams in about February. I submitted my program, and it was literally still not approved like a week or two before I was supposed to leave. Okay, so the SkillBridge program is technically a TDY from your last duty station. So my last duty station was uh, in Omaha, Nebraska at Offutt Air Force Base. So I went TDY. It was basically a permissive TDY en route to my retirement. And so I was still under the management of my unit back in Omaha, and I was supposed to check in with them, all of these different things just to make sure that everything was okay. If I got into trouble, I would probably have to go back. I would be punished by the military in the same ways where if you get in trouble where you are, you're still under their management, you're still under their supervision, and you're still required to check in. You are not on terminal leave during this time, but you can start your terminal leave if you've got leave at any point during your 6 months. So I got out of the military November the 1st, was my first day out of the military. And I started SkillBridge, I believe I left May the 1st. So it was that 180 days right there that I was in. If I took my terminal leave before that, then my internship would technically have ended early, and I would be on terminal leave and separated. Obviously, that's the way that it works. So when you're in the actual internship program, they're not allowed to pay you. It's an unpaid internship because you're being paid by the military, by the federal government. So during that time, you're not making money. You're just learning and you're figuring it out. And the goal is that they're going to teach you enough and they're going to learn enough that if you do a good job, you would get a job offer. So you can't necessarily choose something where they don't have any positions available or they wouldn't offer you a job. It's not something where you go to this internship and you're just going to learn what they're doing and there is not going to be any follow on once you're out of the military. There has to be the potential for you to get a job. So I was lucky. I mean, as soon as I started, I was able to join Keller Williams. I was able to join this unit, this market center, and start up my career as soon as my career ended. Ooh. So that's pretty much the way that it worked. I left May the 1st. I started working with the SkillBridge program specifically, I think it was May the 11th. I was able to move my house. I was able to purchase a home. I was able to do my TMO at that time. I was able to go to all of my VA appointments for disability rating. I was able to do anything that I needed to do. And then start learning how to become a realtor, how to integrate into this career and into the real world, into being a person again. So that was great. I'll talk to you again next time. I'll talk to you about what happened in the days leading up to my retirement and after I retired, because that's a whole other can of worms with regards to me and how it felt and what it was like post SkillBridge. But that was basically kind of it for SkillBridge. I'll talk a little bit more also about the process for applying, the process for choosing my program, and some of my recommendations. All right, bye, you guys.